Ladies and gentlemen, look, there are so many issues that I can talk to you about. This mic isn't holding up. I am, but the mic isn't. But Qatar, who is the second biggest...
It's made in China.
Do you want to get a rise out of me because they're saying that to me? Made in China. Children should not be used as pawns. Children have the right to see both parents. So I have put in a dissenting report to it. Let's look at domestic violence. If a parent is so desperate to want to see their kids, and they're actually sending text messages, when can I see my child? When can I see my child? That's domestic violence. If you tell someone, honey, you've spent too much money over the counter, can you stop buying the shoes? That's domestic violence. If he wants to go to a pub and have a drink with his mates or go fishing, we are led to believe that it's about physical domestic violence. It's not. It is not domestic violence as far as I'm concerned to be put in a category. This is not really working really well, is it?
That's domestic violence. You did, I think, about 25-minute speech there off the cuff, and not once did your advisor have to bring you the notes. What's your tip to Albo?
For Albanese, well, if you know what you're doing, you have a passion for what you want to do, and you really care about this country and people, you don't need notes. It comes from the heart.
So basically you're saying he's full of shit.
I don't trust him. And I said, lovely guy to have a beer with. Do I trust him as being leader of this nation? No, I don't.
Oh, no, I reckon that's the first lie I've ever heard you say. Albo's a good guy to have a beer with?
Oh, yeah, I went overseas with him on a parliamentary delegation over to India. So he was a perfect gentleman and he was lovely. And I will tell you about people, you know.
I'm truly shocked. This should be our headline.
But do I think he's leader for this nation? No, I don't. And I've said that publicly, so I'm not saying anything I haven't said out there before.
Well, we want the scoop, so you've got to give us something.
I think that people are now really getting the message. What I tried to say years ago, called racist, they had to shut me down by calling me names or the party or what I stood for. Calling for equality for all Australians, regardless of race, colour or creed, is not racism. So, and I still stand by that. So the people now have really got the message, and that's why I go around and I speak to people. They can hear straight from me, not how it's portrayed by the media and others who want to get rid of One Nation because I'm a threat to the major political parties.
You know Rukshan?
Yes, I do.
So, listen, I know you're not racist, but none of us like Rukshan. It has nothing to do with his skin colour.
He's my mate.
No, you're a racist. You can't like him.
No.
Wait, no, but you like me more.
No, it's not more.
More.
Equally. I've always said we've got to be equal, right in the barrel. So anyway.
Do you know what happened tonight? You know how I got here? I ordered an Uber, and Rukshan rocked up. I drove.
People feel they're forgotten by the major political parties. And if you're going to be a leader of this nation, as I am, being a senator, it's about showing that true leadership and about representing the people. I can't please everyone, but the fact is that you've got to look after the majority and you've got to try and do what's right for the country and future generations. And that's why I'm so passionate about what I do. I'm so proud to have the honour of being a senator for Queensland, but I represent all Australia.
What's your message to Daniel Andrews? I know it's a federal election, but surely the support is a sign of what's to come in the state. What would you say to Dan Andrews?
You've taken away the people's rights. You can't do that. And I fight you every inch of the way. You have no right to control people's lives or their businesses. You are a disgrace to being a politician. And I believe that you need to go. And I'll tell you what, Daniel, I've got the people here in Victoria pleased to see my appearance in Victoria. And hopefully at the next state election, we will actually challenge you to show the people they have a right to have a voice, to have an opinion, not be dictated by you or your minions, and give back the people of this great state back their rights and freedoms. I, as a politician, as federal member of parliament,
I refused to have the jab. I'm not having the jab, but I didn't lose my job because of it. So you see...
Like, I was doing social distancing because you're unjabbed, you're dangerous, you're a threat.
Listen, mate, right? It's too late for you now. You've been that close to me anyway if you're going to get anything, but I haven't had COVID and I'm a very healthy person. Politicians and bureaucrats have to get out of the business of telling people how they live their lives and run their businesses. And you've got to start with that, with the vaccine mandates. It was so wrong.
To the people that are undecided in Victoria, what do you want to tell them about One Nation? Why should they vote?
Why should they vote for One Nation? You know, I've had my ups and downs over the years to get my message out to people, and it's about if you want true representation, if you want someone who's there without fear or favour, if you want someone who's prepared to fight for your values, your rights, well then it is One Nation. I've stood my ground on many issues, so I don't back down. I will question even the Prime Minister. I don't care who they are. They are not above it. They have to be accountable to the people, and that's what I'm about. I'm a grassroots Australian. I have never changed from the day I got first elected in Parliament, and why I'm there is my values as an Aussie, the right to have an opinion, the right to be heard, the right to bow to values of this nation. And just last week, a week and a half ago, we actually had the diggers. We celebrated Anzac Day to commemorate the memory of those diggers that sacrificed and lives lost for our freedoms. They're gone. But the fact is, my job now is to continue that fight on the floor of Parliament for what they fought for, and that's our freedom. Did you understand that, Daniel Andrews? Our freedom.
If you think that these freedom-focused candidates deserve or should have a platform, even if the mainstream media refuses to give them one, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, share it far and wide. Then head over to ozdecides.com to sign up for our mailing list and donate what you can to ensure that we can continue to tell the other side of the story this election. AUS, ozdecides.com. And a little secret, we also plan to challenge some of the fake, independents and those cowardly major party candidates that the media have given a free pass to so far. Watch this space, ozdecides.com.